So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special edition of the Aloha Pools and Spas Deep Dive Podcast. I'm John Watts along with Brad Cook, and today with us we have
David Knoll, and David is from Walter Knoll Florist.com.
Oh.
But don't let the name Florist fool you. David's got some stuff that could really go in the backyards of our customers and make their yard like no one anybody sees around these parts. And David was telling me as we walked over here, well, I saw the palm trees. To give you a spoiler here.
Yeah.
I saw the palm trees, and these aren't just little things that you see that are 8 feet tall. I guess there's one that's 16, 18, it may be even 20 feet tall, and I don't want to steal this guy's thunder or anything. We'll find out a little bit more about that in a second. But when I saw that, I thought, oh, nope, I got to go talk to this guy and see if he'll come on. He's gracious enough to come on and sit with us and talk about Walter Knoll Florist. And he was telling me the story, though, and it has to do with how he got started. So, David,
let's hear it.
Take it away.
Well, thank you for inviting us.
Yes, sir.
We really do build something special and unique to the St. Louis landscapes. Our background is I've done this for over 44 years.
Yeah.
Our family business, our florist, about 44 years ago, as a defiant son to my father, I brought up palm trees out of Florida. And
he didn't like that idea.
Well, we built some big greenhouses. Our greenhouses stand 35 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
And I'm on 10 and a half acres of greenhouses here in Arnold, Missouri, just south of St. Louis. And doing that, I thought I wanted something unique. And I made an agreement with a gentleman out of southern Florida. At the time, he was the world's largest grower, and he's no longer with us. And matter of fact, his growing range is now where the Miami Raceway is. So when you watch NASCAR, just think of that being palm trees as long as the eye could see.
Yeah.
500 acres of nothing but different things.
Oh, that's amazing.
And anyway, this gentleman, he and I made an agreement, and I would be his eyes and ears up north. And we became friends, and God rest, his name was Bob. And about 3 weeks later, I had a visitor come in my greenhouse up here in St. Louis, and they were the president of Time Warner. They were buying Six Flags.
Wow.
And they wanted to make it look like Rodeo Drive.
Right.
And I'm like, well, need palm trees for Rodeo Drive.
Exactly.
And goodness gracious, he looked at me and said, do you have any? And we walked out of my office and looked left, and I had 25-foot palm trees lined, 6 of them lined up. He goes, oh, my goodness, I got to have this around the Batmobile. When could you install them? Well, 44 years ago, that was the biggest job I ever did. So they put the Batmobile in.
Wow.
Right.
Long story short, I'm the palm guru of St. Louis here.
So how do you get palm trees to grow here? I was under the impression that, that's not a thing.
Well, palm trees are really unique. We do 2 different programs of palm trees. We store them for you in the wintertime because they do not take frost, and they don't like, they're warm-bodied creatures. So what we do is we come deliver them to you about May, always try to get them out before the June 1st, that Memorial Day weekend.
Wow.
And then you get to enjoy them all summer long. We call it delivering backyard paradise.
I'll say.
So we can transfer anything into a paradise.
Yeah. Could you imagine like having 3 or 4 of them up right around your backyard and then hanging those party lights off of them?
Oh, yeah. That'd be
setting
neat.
that up. I mean, you could even, if you 4-cornered a pool, so to speak, and then you did that, the party light thing off.
Oh,
I mean,
you'd be sitting there drinking your mojito thinking, my God, I'm in Florida.
So
Exactly.
do people rent them as well? Could I, if I'm having a luau at my backyard, could I take it for a week?
Absolutely. Take it for an evening.
Oh, wow.
Matter of fact, last weekend, just in winter,
Right.
I just did here at the Four Seasons, I probably put in 30 of them.
Wow.
We changed the whole Four Seasons into a big old party for a client.
Yeah.
It was spectacular.
You know what I love about these things that we're doing? We're learning about these different industries and different business models that I've never known that anything like that existed anywhere.
Or was possible, yeah.
Let alone St. Louis, but right here in St. Louis in the area, that you'll deliver them, set them up for a night, come get them. You'll deliver them to backyards, and then come get them in the fall. And I'm assuming they are potted when you do that, or do you have? How does that work?
We have two different varieties. Absolutely, potted for anything short, and short to us is 16 foot and down.
Okay.
The trees that you saw over here. Yeah. That one tree standing almost 30 foot tall.
Oh, I didn't know. Wow.
So my 26-foot straight truck, it held off far enough that we had to red flag the trees to get in here.
Right. Wow. So what does something like this cost? That's the big question. If you can give me an estimate. I know you can't just, maybe, but.
Oh, I can get you pretty close.
All right.
The big thing is about a tree is let's just start with what I would call what most people will buy. You'll want to have a tree delivered to your pool deck, something that can be wheeled in, set down, and you can enjoy for the season. Doesn't destroy your beautiful landscape. It's an enhancement to your landscape. And you can have a beautiful tree like that. It'd be under $1,000 a unit. And that's the pot tree, blooming plants underneath it. And we call it, just unbelievable tropical colors.
Shut up and take my money.
It is not even outrageously priced.
It's not.
Do I have to maintain it? What do I do?
Got to put water on it a couple times a week.
Oh my God! And so for say $3,000 or $4,000, you could have those 3 or 4 trees and the whole light thing.
I'm doing one down in Farmington here. We just we've been kind of working on it now. That this gentleman, he's a little more exotic, wants some specialty trees. So we're going to do 2 big trees that are standing about 29 feet, 30 feet tall.
Holy moly.
We're going to put them out there. We're going to do a Phoenix Robellini, which is a dinosaur of a tree.
Right.
That's about 15 feet tall. We're going to do 7 or 8 of them for him. And, when you lay this out there, that's $1,000 a unit on the tree, basically, for the little trees. The big tree is about $2,400 for a big, beautiful tree in a pot.
Okay.
So you're looking at this gentleman, he is transforming his pool into a paradise.
Of course.
And he is looking for the most unbelievable paradise. And, he's going to get into that for about $16,000 in trees.
For sure.
But he doesn't have to rebuy that every year. So that investment goes into a storage program. He does have to have us come out and pick it up and store. So we charge by the hour to come do that and the labor fee for the truck. So depending on how far it is, that's a little further than just St. Louis.
Farmington, say, is an hour.
Right. So we have a little bit more of a charge, and we'll probably have a $500 delivery fee on that because of how many trees and how big the trucks are.
Sure. But that's not bad. I mean, for what you're doing and what you're getting.
For what he's getting, man. His wife, she just sends her and she's just like, I got to have this tree. And she is melting in the ground.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, it's not really what you would see in this area, but it is summer and it is the backyard, and it creates the vibe, as all the cool kids are saying these days, right? Yeah, and it creates that environment that you can't, you just can't plant them and expect that, or if you do. You've got to put the plastic over it. It's got to be clear, and you've got to keep the light on. And not
funny you say that. I have clients that do that.
Yeah,
and that started us on this what I call the palm tree exchange program.
Yeah.
So I have these great big trees that you can't really get pots for.
Okay.
If you put them in a pot, the wind would blow them over anyway. They have a 30-foot sail in there. Be realistic.
Yeah.
That's going to sure. So what we do is we come plant the tree in your ground. This is called a slot tree to us. A slot tree is a tree that is too big for the Florida residents and not big enough for the states that want by. And the states are like state of Florida, Alabama, Texas. They want the 30-foot plus.
I see.
And Florida doesn't want 18 foot. And when it hits 18, the nurseries want to throw them away.
Okay.
So I found the market when I started doing the Six Flags theme parks.
Yeah.
Their trash is my treasure.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I take that tree.
That's brilliant.
I bring it up here. Most of my fees are in freight and paying to have the tree go through inspections to not have fire ants and nematodes. They don't because they're real protective. Everybody doesn't want to have problems shipping between states.
Right.
Get that.
And so you have to have them inspected. What a pain.
Yeah.
But you got to do what you got to do. And so we take this tree, and we charge $1,200 a year. And for that, you get a new tree every year for you have to pay $1,200 each year.
Okay.
And you get a new tree every year. And that's a planted cost of the tree.
Wow.
So the only time you get more than the planted cost from us is the original dig, because I don't know what I'm digging.
Yeah, sure.
Unknown as pool guys,
we know.
Once you put a shovel in the ground, you don't know what's underneath that
Depending
ground.
on the part of the world, it's a 50-50 gamble in some places.
Well, I grew up and having my house in Jefferson County. We call it Jefferson County topsoil. When you hit a rock, that's your topsoil in Jefferson County.
That's fine. Yeah. And when you take because I'm thinking, all right, this person gets this tree that they fall in love with, and you take it back, they don't get that same tree the next year.
Oh yeah, they do.
Oh, they will.
So the trees get a special card put on the tree.
Okay.
We actually zip tie the card to the tree. It's a diafoam card.
Right.
Their name is embossed on that card permanently, and that card is zip tied to that tree. There is no removing it.
That's their tree.
That's their tree.
Well, good. But I've got to ask if at any one point in time you get a phone call saying, that's not the same tree as I had last year. Maybe because it was turned just slightly. Because those things aren't all straight. They have all have their own character.
Man, you could be my client.
Yeah, you got to know it. We've been in business for a while.
I take a picture of the tree sitting at your house before we even touch it.
Right.
That tree gets documented on a document. It gets your name at your house permanently put on that tree before we move it. That tree comes back. Now, there is cases, and I'd be lying to say I've never lost somebody's tree.
Right.
I do a few thousand trees.
Yeah.
And I have lost a tree for life, but never lost a tree for I can't find
for
it.
Loss.
Yeah. Loss as it died.
Well, you can say whatever you want to, but I know that's not the same tree.
Well,
that's happened.
Yeah.
It does happen. And you know what? And quite honestly, all you can do is be honest with them and tell them, it is your tree. Here's your tag.
Oh my God! Right.
And that's why I do the pictures.
When the tree dies, you say, "Listen, your tree went to go live on a safe farm somewhere, but this new tree is just as good."
Well, so what I do is the fee is just to store the tree. Let's just say you have a 12-foot Phoenix palm that you want to store, or Alexander or Adnidia, some people call them Christmas palm. That tree is $20 a month to store at my facility.
Okay.
It's not even that's nothing.
Forget about it.
Yeah. So you got $20 a month. That tree dies. Something bad happens. Oh my goodness. I'm going to call you. And I'm going to say, hey, I understand this tree, it died. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
I have a new tree here. I'd like to give you the tree for my real cost.
Right.
That way, nobody's getting hurt. I'm not getting hurt. You're not getting hurt. And it's a fair and honest thing. I want this to be a pleasant thing. This is paradise we're bringing.
Right.
Not a pain in the butt.
Right, exactly. And while we were talking, you mentioned 3 or 4 different trees other than just palm trees that you do this with. And I'm sure you're doing, I'm sure they're mostly tropical trees, or you wouldn't have to come get them probably. So. But what other trees do you offer, and what's popular? And
well, I'm a full landscape company. Okay. So Walter Knoll has a landscape division. We call it's WKF Landscapes.
Okay.
So we do both interior and exterior landscapes. And
interior
landscaping is like malls, people's homes that have the Atrium Ranch. Here in St. Louis, we have people that put plants inside their house so they can enjoy them year round.
Right.
So we actually have a crew that goes out and maintains that farm in their house weekly.
I see.
So we show up and we take care of your plants. I'm sure you've been through Anheuser-Busch on a tour, haven't you?
I haven't had the pleasure.
So you walk through Anheuser-Busch, you find the plants that are in the bush down there in that beautiful brewery. Well, how do you think they're getting maintained?
Well, I'm going to say Walter Knoll Florist.
Walter Knoll Florist is there taking care
was
of
that
them.
close?
Right on the money.
Yeah.
You know, but no, that's exactly. So we do malls and we do homes and we do businesses. There is nothing I won't do in the plant world.
Right.
You know,
So what's your service area?
St. Louis Metro.
Is that, okay.
I provide plants all over the world, but my service area basically is everything from St. Louis all the way out through Wentzville, all the way to Truxton,
Right.
going out that way.
Sure.
You're going in Illinois. We go as far as Greenville.
So I'm thinking, and I don't know if this would work or not, and I don't know that I have the bandwidth to get in a business like that. But I'm just wondering, what are the chances that I could get some of these down to our other stores and show them, and then figure out how to bring them back up to you in the summer and fall? And I just do that, and I bring the stuff. I take it and I bring it back to you.
Love to help you out. We do it for a lot of other. It's a brokering thing.
Right.
As long as the plant is bought through Walter Knoll,
Right.
one way or me,
Right.
I will take that plant and store it.
Yeah,
Now,
sure.
You know, that for you, if you're going to sell the plant, you all can make the effort with Aloha Pools, can install the palm trees right with the
Yeah.
pool. It can be part of the landscape.
I just thought of that. I don't know, because I know you've got this area covered, and I don't know that I would want to try to mess with it in that area when you offer that service. I wouldn't. But
I don't find that intimidating at all.
no, I just don't see the need in it. I don't really desire to do this, but I desire to bring stuff to our customers all over our Aloha
Right when
world.
Aloha
So, yeah.
Pools and Walter Knoll Florist, we could get together and we could make a planting agreement together.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I
You
love
know,
that.
we can be partners.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I think that's what a lot of backyards, and if you come to a home show like this, you can put together a plan in very short time, and we do what we're good at, and then you do what you're good at, and the customer gets that whole big package with professional companies. They go in there and knock it out for them. They just don't have to. They feel safe, and they know what they're getting. You know, the longevity.
Well, my
Helps to the
suggestion
lot.
is always go look at your, go to the Better Business Bureau,
Right.
do your Google search, do your research, make sure
Exactly.
who you're doing business with has been out there doing it more than a year or two.
Exactly.
I've only been doing this since 1883 for our flower shop. I'm a fifth generation owner. Just
you
a
look
few
good for
years.
your age, though.
Yeah,
right?
just a few years here.
Right.
I have the sixth generation standing over there working.
How about
They're
that?
they're 35, 40 years old. Man, those kids have got it. They know everything.
Awesome.
And by the time we get there, the ethic line has been taught, beat
Right.
into us. And for you guys, like the same thing.
For sure.
You do not want to leave your business in the hands of somebody that's going to destroy your name.
That's right. That's right. And if you leave it to your kids, you typically they see that in you, and they know how to emulate that as the torch gets passed to them. So I'm excited about that.
Everybody knows our name in St. Louis. If you don't know Walter Knoll, time to learn it, because we are the flower shop of the ages here.
And I'll say indoor and outdoor flowers.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
And,
amazing. Yeah.
You know
Good
what?
story.
So, yeah, it's being your personal florist is what we call it.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
fascinating. Yeah,
Excited
I didn't even know a lot of that stuff existed, like the trees.
No, I didn't know all that delivery
Yeah,
and the.
no.
Oh my gosh! Well, this is going to be so good. I promise you, there's going to be trees going south now, and there's going to be trees in Jonesboro from the Walter Knoll Florist going south this year. I
Our
promise you.
business is going south. Wait, no.
No, we probably need to rethink that one. Right? Yeah. And so you say the next generation's down there working the booth right now, and that's a good.
They're
thing.
here working the booth. They're taking the reins. We cover every aspect of the floral industry.
Right.
We cover it from the growers all the way to the end users. You'll see my product sitting in beautiful hotels. You'll see it in malls. You'll see us on TV commercials. That is what it's about.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So
Okay.
we've got David Knoll from Walter Knoll Florist. And where is a good place to contact them? Where is your place of business and website, etc.?
Well, come see us on websites, WKF.com.
Okay.
Really easy. 3 letters.
Almost
We
sounds
know
like a radio.
flowers.
Love that.
So yeah, it stands Walter Knoll Florist. Just know that it is all about getting the quality you're looking for.
Right.
Building your backyard paradise. If you want to call us, it is 314-352-7575. That's our main line. Ask for the landscape division. They'll send us right over. We'll come out. We'll do a personal site visit. We'll do a mock-up drawing of your house. It'll look just like your drawing when we put it in.
Nice. I
Yeah.
love that. Walter Knoll Florist, We Know Flowers.
All right.
We Know Flowers, WKF.com. David, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man. I've learned something. Again, I always learn something doing these things. This is the most
It's all
fun
about
thing.
Aloha Pools, right, guys?
There you go.
There you
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All
Yeah,
right.
exactly. This is the perfect compliment, the perfect landscaping for an Aloha pool. Palm trees.
I
baby.
love it.
I love
And
it too,
we certainly can help out. I've done a pool, I've done the landscape around the pool in Cypress, Illinois. So
Okay.
that's southern, that's down by Carbondale
There you
area.
go. And if I can get a pool built out there, I don't know. I might not even wait. I may get you to come on out with some of those palm trees down. Yeah.
That's
Because
right.
We've got a place that's kind of enclosed that we can display.
Well, you
I
got to
think
have
that
the
would look
mojito
amazing.
ready in the chair so we can be sipping on that
You know what?
with the mint leaves on it.
When we get our water testing station in, we're going to have a little bit of everything. To if you bring green water in and your nerves are all shot, we'll be able to help you there with a complimentary beverage, a relaxation there.
Love it, gentlemen.
All right, man.
Love it.
Good.
Building your backyard paradises year to year.
That's it. Yeah. The team. We're a team now, man.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. All right, David. Well, I sure appreciate it, man. This has been great. Yeah.
All right.
Thank
And-
you,
Forward to
and
hopefully
with
doing
that-
some business with you.
With that, thanks again for coming on, and I'm going to wrap it up. All this noise, we apologize for that, but I'm going to try to clean this up,
Yeah,
so
maybe
hopefully
so.
you are not hearing it.
Exactly.
But this has been another special edition of the Aloha Pools and Spas Deep Dive Podcast from the St. Louis Home Show. And, I almost forgot. I'm like, let's go.
I'm gonna retake that.
What we say every time is dive safely.
That's it. All right. Thank you very much.